just taking a couple of liberties. Your hackles are raised because it just the timing of it was just too perfect. But then you can hear the door at the bottom of the landing below you open, and someone walks through. The door shuts. Vanessa Storm. That's her name. She had already went up to her floor, and that leaves you in the staircase alone. Now, now we come to the part where you tell me what it is that you are doing. She had left you with a data pad with that live security feed, and you can see him having a conversation with the head of security for the Foundation. And at some point, the conversation doesn't turn heated, but Northgard steps to the guy. Now, he is normally, he's Canadian, tall, very good looking. I already posted his photo, but I will post it in a second.
That's in make-believe.
At one point, he's walking towards the exit, but then he looks right in the camera. And you just, it's that moment where you're just like, is he looking at me? How's he looking at me? That's not possible. But it's just that momentary, lizard brain part of your psyche. And then he walks out of the lobby. He had parked one of those high-speed, souped-up motorcycles, and gets on that and speeds off. Just then, you get a call from your sister.
I text her, can't talk now, as I make my way towards, because Vanessa and I met basically in the basement stair.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making my way out through the wall because you said somebody came into the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm literally going out through the wall.
Okay. Okay, so then from there, where are you heading?
From there, I am going to make myself scarce on the streets. Walk a couple of blocks, get in a taxi. Wait, after I get out the building, I put my hood up, tuck my hair in, make myself scarce, and then after a few blocks, get in the taxi and have it take me to Brooklyn.
Any specific spot?
North 9th Street area.
Mm-hmm.
Over there by the water.
Okay.
There's bars and clubs and bullshit like that out there, so.
Okay. When you're in the cab, there was a report of a shooting, an attempted assassination of a mob boss. So it's Crosshair's uncle, and he's the head of the family right now. So you immediately understand the ramifications of that. So that's news. The driver was talking about it, and he's trying to make conversations with you because everybody tries to make conversations with you, specifically men folk. And once he realizes that you don't answer or you're just disregarding, with a slightly dirty look, he just keeps it quiet and keeps driving. You reach the area that you're going to, that you had instructed the driver to get to. There are several bars that are there. It's still early evening, so at this point, we're talking about maybe 3-4 p.m. Everybody, just want to put that out there. And most of the clubs are still closed. Some deliveries are being made. There is one bar, like one dive bar sandwiched between a nightclub and a bar restaurant. It's one of those old ones that refused to give itself up to eminent domain and stood firm. You may or may not have recognized or been here before, but if I'm going to assume that Athera doesn't necessarily frequent shit establishments unless she's on the job.
There you go.
Okay. I mean, just based on how you've been playing her. So that's the only place that's really open. And some people are watching. There's a soccer game that's on, and maybe about 6 or 7 patrons scattered about. Bartender is talking with one of the patrons. So again, I'm taking liberties. So you're trying to hide out, right? So you're gonna be. That's the only spot that's open. That's the one you're gonna walk into.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in that one. If that's all that's open, that's what it is.
Okay. Once you go in, the bar, he shoots you one of those double takes, like, because everyone else here is just bull ugly. Old, dock workers, just blue collar people that are just clinging onto this place. Most of them are at this time of day. They're probably in their late 40s, early 50s. The bartender and the patron were talking about how gay soccer is. And why do they call it football when American football? And so just the normal red-blooded American prejudice. And so tell me where you're heading. It's essentially a railroad. So bars to your left. There's some tables and a couple of chairs to your right. Then straight down to the booths all the way in the back. And it goes into an L shape, where the restrooms are to the left. You can see the sign and an exit sign at the back with the back door exit.
All right. I stop at the bar. I get...
What'll it be?
Milk.
I'm sorry, what?
Let me get a Stella.
Ooh. So he's like, ooh, pinky's up. Let me see what I got. Holy shit, we have that. He just pulls it out. He's like, when the fuck did we get this? It's like $8.
Put the cash down, take my beer, and head towards the back.
So you can feel his gaze follow you, followed by maybe about 2 or 3 other patrons. But for the most part, you got some old drunks here, so they're just keeping to themselves. Some reading papers, a couple on their phones, others watching the other varying things that are on the news. And when you get to the booth, your phone buzzes again. It was a text from your sister. So she sends you a coded message in the sibling code that the cops were there.
I respond in kind. I'm sorry, sister, that they would show up at your home.
He responds, it was inevitable. As soon as you, he's like, as soon as I knew you were in town, this was inevitable. No worries.
Inevitable.
And to be careful. What was her husband's name? Did I give you the name, or did you give me the name?
Let me scroll up and see if that fucker has a name.
If he doesn't, his name is Yusuf, because he is Israeli.
You gave him the name. I just don't remember it.
Okay. So she says, Yusuf has something for you, and she's like, I'm forwarding it to you on your encrypted code. So when she forwards it to you, he has secure. Yusuf he seems useless, but he's a tech genius. And by tech genius, he's not a hacker, but he's a security expert.
Gotcha.
So cameras, surveillance, the whole kit and caboodle. He has everything in his store and around the shop, just completely wired. Hidden cameras and everything. So with that, you can see they're right with the feds are not Northgard, but what was his name? Cinder. And he's riding along with the feds. You remember what Cinder looked like, correct?
Yep, I remember.
Okay. And a couple of lab boys from not lab boys, a couple of GSTF technicians as they're talking with the federal agents. And that lasted for about maybe 5 or 6 minutes when the agents came out and confirmed, because not only does he have video, but he has clear audio, and they're just going back and forth about where you are, and that they found a way to track you somehow. And he's talking about he said the device has her here, but clearly she's not. So maybe we need to find a way to reattune this. This is and Cinder's just like, so that Canuck gave us bullshit. That's what you're saying? Like, no. He's like, sir, this thing is amazingly intricate. It's like, I don't know how he was able to get this, but with this, we can probably track her to within maybe 100 feet if we get that close. And Cinder's just like, well, if there's any way to boost that signal, you need to do that. We need to find her. So you know where she took, and that's classified material. If it gets out in the open or gets into the black market or any of the circles that she travels in, it's all bets are off. We're talking about a fucking biological fucking holocaust. So get on that. Oh, and by the way, where's that thing that took a cheap shot at me? You said you want to find that too. We're working on it, sir. It has a distinct energy signature, and we think we're ready to start uploading that to the sat link. He said, get fucking on it, and then he powers up and takes off into the sky. So that's where you are.
All right. So the first thing I do is I message Crosshair, and in the message I say, "They're tracking the tablet."
So, having said that, you're typing, you're looking up, and you see the Chiron plus the images of the restaurant that the attempted assassination of Sal came through. Refresh my memory of the family name, Crosshair.
The Calzone.
Oh, sorry.
That's just mean. There was no reason for that.
Whatever. De Luca.
The De Lucas, yeah. Salvatore De Luca, notorious crime boss of the De Luca family. Was almost killed today, and you can see him coming out. He's being rushed into an SUV. There's blood on him, but it doesn't look like it looks like splatter. And right behind him, you can see Chilito coming out. He has a wound. He has a wound right, like it's right across his face, going down his neck into his shoulder. But he's not covering.
Well, I'm taking another shot. I'm popping his head over his shoulder.
All right. First of all, everywhere, man, take it easy. I'm talking to Ethera, and
I didn't know you was talking to Ethera. You asked me for my last name, so I'm thinking you was talking to me.
No. Take it easy.
All right.
And they all jump into that SUV and speed off.
What the fuck?
And that is interesting.
I'm sorry.
So the capo wasn't the target. That's going to be interesting. I send my message over. I send my message on the crosshair anyway.
Crosshair, you have the opportunity to respond.
So I answer back. Who's tracking what? Kind of busy right now.
GSTF is tracking the tablet.
Well, the tablet's not at the hotel anymore. Tablet's been destroyed. Once I found out that I had nothing but bullshit on it. Smiley face.
Well, keep your eyes open. They are looking. They're probably going to visit every place that I went to while I had it.
Which should be interesting. For the right price. Gotta go.
What, if anything, are you doing in Thera so I can move on?
I'm watching what they're saying on the news for now.
Mm-hmm.
I still have the tablet from Miss Storm, right? Vanessa.
Correct.
And I have the sample for not Crimson. What the hell is this? What's your name?
Mystic Knight?
Mystic Knight.
Okay.
I'll message him. I'll use the other phone that I have with me.
Okay.
I have what you're looking for.
So he's just like, I'm gonna wait. Oh my god. No, I'm kidding.
You.
Go ahead, Mystic.
Not a pleasant thought.
Go ahead, Mystic Knight. I'm kidding. That was.
So copy. Thank you. I will let you know when we'll rendezvous for the sample.
Be advised. I want to.
As I'm texting him, I'm going to engage.
Okay.
That's if you want to.
My final text to Mystic Knight. Mm-hmm. Be aware, I'm a wanted woman.
That won't be an issue.
Because he's so damn awesome. Oh, he's so awesome.
Yes. Don't you forget it.
All right. Audible Toreador. You got your payment. You're leaving the spot. It was weirdly tense, and Diablo had that something was going on with him. The sudden interest in the book, the smell in that house, it was not. The only thing, Toreador, you can come up with that's close to it is maybe a slaughterhouse. And given that you are an ex-bullfighter, I would say that you have the closest experience to what those smells were. Mm-hmm. But it definitely wasn't beef, or it wasn't a beef. It wasn't pig. It was something else. Yeah. You've burned flesh before, so it was close to that.
Okay.
I mean, you're a torturer, right? I'm just taking some liberties here.
No, you're right. Look at I look at Audible. I was like, yeah, those two are up to something not so kosher.
Look, as long as it doesn't have to do anything with us, and it doesn't fuck up our money, let them have at it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Pay the bill.
Let's put distance between here and there.
Yeah. So, at this point, I wouldn't mind just taking an Uber or a Lyft back to the crib.
Right.
Maybe I'll settle my bill in the morning.
All right.
Because because whoever was chasing us isn't chasing us no more. My parents' place is still free to crash at if you want.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
So for Audible, you get a text. It's your boy that you dropped off that got you. Whose whip?
Got fucked up.
Whose whip you involuntarily destroyed.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
technically, it wasn't us.
Yeah.
It wasn't involuntary. It was voluntarily the other people's fault that blew that shit up.
That's why
I say
it's
this-
involuntary. So the text reads, just an FYI, Blitz is looking for you. He don't look happy.
I don't text it back, but I look at the phone like, man, fuck Blitz. I've been trying to get niggas to fucking get help the entire time that I've been here, and the niggas he's not even answering none of my calls. I'm trying to give him information to give the boss. Man, I'd be like, I text back. Oh? Question mark. Dude.
So, then the response is, yeah, something about those Italians and a warehouse. I told him I didn't know anything, but you might want to check in.
Italians in a warehouse? Oh, I meant
And
this.
I look at the phone again. Yo, fuck that dude, man. Like, for real. All night when I needed his fucking help, fucking fast on his feet, probably like banged 18 women in 30 seconds, motherfucker. Thanks back. Thanks for the heads up.
All right, he gives you a thumbs up.
Look at you, alright, dude.
I look at Toreador. Yeah, let's make our way. Let's make our way there.
Where?
I got other back to my parents' crib. I got other business to take care of. But shit, as far as I'm concerned, the way this last couple of days have been going. Shh. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that chasing us? I
don't
barely made it out alive. It's a good thing I did what I did. Shit.
Weird mutant freak.
Let them two weirdos handle that problem if it comes after them.
Yeah, fuck it.
So I open my Lyft app. Bing.
Okay. Now, where are you you're heading to your parents?
Yeah, because they're on vacation. I think.
Okay.
He said they're not in town.
All right. Fast forward to getting there. Place seems normal, which is not unusual. What, if anything, are you guys doing at this point?
At this point, we're resting.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna rest.
Right. We're in Queens. I said. I think we said we were.
Yeah.
Any bodegas open?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, there's some slight time dilations, but ultimately it's 4 p.m.
Oh, it's 4 p.m.
So it will align with where Audible is. Where
I don't know.
Crosshair is.
I don't know why I thought it was evening.
No.
Okay. All right. Yo, I'm famished. You hungry?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Let's hit that. Let's hit this spot over here. They make some great heroes.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So Toreador, you get a text. It's a strange number, and one that it's a number you haven't gotten you're not familiar with.
Okay.
And it says essentially it's essentially saying your services are required. Call back this number ASAP.
So, I'm gonna trail behind a little bit to let him go into the store and we'll call.
Okay. So you call back, and you hear Obsidian Hotel. How may I direct your call?
I received a message from this number.
Please hold. After a couple of seconds. Yeah. Is this, what do you fucking call? Tori, I don't fucking know. You're the guy that helped me out with Mo, yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna need some of your services. It's,
Alright.
it's kind of sensitive. It's about my niece.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if you heard, but there's some family squabbles that I need taken care of. Can I count on your discretion as a professional?
Absolutely.
It's like, you do this for us, we'll wipe off the unfortunate incident with my employee earlier this week.
Okay.
I'll send you the particulars. Keep your phone on. And then the signal goes dead. He hangs up. Then what is it? A zip file text package comes in, and you get crosshairs. Real name, couple of hideouts, aliases, weight, height, all of it.
The details.
Our entire dossier.
We know what her titties look like inside the suit.
So I'm looking at this information. I'm like,
And then underneath it, you see it has 250K alive, 500 dead.
Bitch. Kill the bitch. Kill the bitch.
Wow, damn.
She tried to shoot my man's. Kill the bitch.
Mind you,
I don't say that in character. I'm just.
mind you, in the files, Sal also knows what she looks like naked.
I didn't say nothing about naked. You disgusting perverts just assumed that it was in the dossier.
No, we did somewhere along the line. Somebody did an Artemis OnlyFans was all AI.
well, you know, isn't he part Greek?
No, that's you're thinking of the other one.
Artemis.
Artemis.
Hey, Lou, there's pictures of the starfish.
Stop it.
Wow.
Wow.
Really?
And the pylon begins.
Yep.
All right.
Pile on that.
So at this point, what are you doing? As Audible comes out of the bodega.
Yo, oh yeah, I was gonna do all that. Well, again, I come out.
Well, was there something else you were going to do? I apologize.
No, what I should have did was play it along while he was on the phone, but it's late.
No, but he said he was hanging back as you went in.
I fell back
yeah.
because you're going ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have just been like, yo, give me a chopped cheese. I would have just been doing all that.
Okay.
And you know,
Yeah, you come out talking.
yeah.
I
come out.
stay up, blah blah blah, and then you could. There's a look in Toreador's eye. I'm gonna say that from the time that you spent together, you're picking up on nonverbal cues. This is one of those where he is locking in.
I look real serious.
Oh. I don't know what's going on, but here, you're gonna need this for some. You're gonna need this for some fuel. Whatever the fuck's gonna happen.
So I take the sandwich.
Oh, I didn't know what you wanted, so I give him what would Toreador drink?
Drink? I drink about anything.
So I give you that. I just guess that's what you might want.
I go with just about anything.
All right.
Okay.
All is cold.
So I'm just cracking over the beer.
So he gives me all that information. I'm like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Sum up, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something's up.
You got it.
He's got a job.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Paper good?
Looks promising.
Need any help? Or you think this is a solo mission?
So after a moment, I'm like, I hand him my phone.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right. The first thing that pops up. Now, I don't remember if you and Crosshair had any sort of relationship. And I'm not
You
talking
tried
about
to kill
physical.
my mans.
I'm not talking about physical, but I'm just talking about. And yes. Well, no. He didn't. In that dossier, it had nothing to do with Chilito. It had everything to do with just the job.
Right. No, when you know what I'm saying, when you asked me what kind of relationship we had, you know,
Yeah.
we thought she was fine as fuck, but in the club, she tried to kill my people.
As a matter of fact, while you were in the bodega, no TV but the radio, you know. Canal 47, siempre el primero. And then the whole story about the assassination. And the assassination attempt on the mob boss. But there was a mention of the Berserker. Because he is Hispanic and he is known in the circles. And that he was he appeared injured, but alive.
Gotta change that shit.
What the fuck?
And the guy was talking about the bodega owner's Dominican, so they do one of these. They're like, he's basically saying whoever did that shit is gonna get fucked up.
Right. And I automatically know who.
Not
who
knowing that you can understand Spanish.
Yeah, but I automatically know who it is that they're talking about.
Well, you have a semblance, and when Toreador shows you the picture, it's paint by numbers. Not hard to figure out.
Right. So what's the decision? What's the decision you're gonna make? Because I know what I would do. I'm gonna hand it back the phone.
So I was like, well, I really don't know her. Other than this.
It's a job like anything else, right?
Well,
Do you
that's what
need
he
to, do you need to know the bitch?
guess not.
Well, fuck that bitch.
Wow.
Ouch. Damn.
Get your paper, son. If you need my help,
Hey, I mean, if we take her out, you gotta pay her, right?
look. You help me out. You did me a solid. I'll do it for free. For you.
like I just said.
I don't need nothing that you getting. I'll do it.
If you take her out, you don't have to pay her.
Whatever you decide you want to do. If you need backup, I got you.
Let's see where this goes. 500,000.
Look,
I'm gonna need some things.
besides sleep, what else do you need? And I start walking towards the crib.
Damn.
I got some other problems I got to deal with, but fucking upper management's acting funny. After I've been trying to get in touch with them.
Okay. So you got a thing to do?
Nah, not right now. This can keep till morning. I'll deal with the wrath later. I want to pay this. I want to pay off these people. I want to get some rest. I don't want to be running from fucking flying creatures through fucking construction sites no more. Dealing with weirdo stage magicians and shit in apartments that smell like hot garbage and
Yeah, amen to that.
fucking and Badussy. You think they fucking?
Dude,
Who knows with that kind of
I
people?
want to give you XP just for that. I'm not going to, but you were close. Thank you.
Like I said, with those kind of people, you just can't tell.
Look, I've seen Haitians kill chickens and do ceremonies, and it never smelled. It never was as bad as that. So I open the door. We go in.
Okay. And back in.
We
And
go rest.
we're going to move on to Diablo and Mystic Knight. So, Mystic Knight is... I'm going to need for you to... And let me... Because you take way too many liberties with what your bonuses are. I want to make sure that I understand what you're doing and that it is street legal. What, if anything, is Diablo doing? Because I already gave you information. I don't know if you saw it.
So, Louis,
Mm-hmm.
I have the book in my hand. Lean my head towards the painting, looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, my other hand, I'm gonna pull out all my fingernails are gonna come out.
Okay.
What I'm
Oh, Lou, just to inform you, Vesper is still there.
Understood. Let him finish. Go ahead.
Vesper's not there because in the last
Vesper is
game
still there.
it hung
Vesper
up.
is
This,
no, he
Just-
didn't. He's still there. He saw everything that just went down, the transaction, all of it. He never hung up.
Dude,
Just want to
I
make you aware of that.
remember that it said he hung up.
No.
And then you came. You want to really go back there? You really want to go and listen
So
to the
go-
last
I'm saying
episode?
if I'm wrong,
because
I'm wrong. But I don't
because
remember.
I remember him hanging up.
Okay, Dwight, I'm not saying is that I don't remember that he hung up. So
You spoke to him,
yeah, we both spoke to him.
and then he hung up.
No, he did not, but that's okay.
So Luke,
yes.
I'm gonna pull out my clothes.
Get closer to your mic. I can't hear you.
I'm gonna pull out my claws, and what I am going to do is on my chest cut out the symbol in my chest. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna try to do, as I gave the 4 XP, but when I smell the book, does it smell of flesh? Even if it's decayed, old?
Once you attune to it, it takes on that familiar smell. Something of it's as I described it. It has the essence and aura of your home plane. as if it came from your home, your plane of origin.
So instead of just scarring it in my hand, literally cutting the symbol.
Once again, pull your mic closer to you.
I'm sorry.
You're getting into it too much, and you're pulling away from the mic.
I'm cutting the symbol in my Lord from my chest.
Okay.
I'm gonna peel the skin off.
Okay. That's going to take 1 point from your pool. Your might pool.
And well, say 2.
Okay,
It's a
we'll say
large-
2 then.
It's a large symbol.
Daddy! No, I'm kidding.
It's a on my face is a pleasure of euphoria.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. I need for you to describe where you are in relation to where Mystic Knight is, because as far as I understood it, you are both in the living room area.
Yeah, we're face to face with each other.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember him saying anything after the transaction.
That's why I'm asking, because in that entire interaction, you had 2 other people in that room talking, and they're, so if once they leave, that doesn't mean that you're still face to face. That just means I need to understand what he's doing. I understand what you're doing. I need to understand what Diablo's doing.
So I'm not even really paying attention to the dolphin.
Totally get it. That answered that question.
So literally, I cut it out, and in my face is just a true face of pleasure at the same time.
Okay.
I'm gonna peel it off, and in my hellborn language, I'm gonna tell the book to consume.
All right, so walk me through what you're thinking, because I need to you need to explain it in a way that I can understand.
Yo, you lucky we on Twitch. I'm just saying, right? You lucky. I'll get you tomorrow.
So you peeling, you're doing the symbol in your
Right.
flesh, and then you're literally ripping the flesh from your chest.
I'm gonna pull it off,
Okay.
and then
Some Hellraiser shit.
I am gonna. Now it has the blood coming out of me. Right?
I mean, yeah.
So at that time, I'm gonna focus my mana in it,
Okay.
and in my hellborn language, I'm gonna tell the book to consume. You said the page is open, right?
You have the book open, yeah.
So I'm gonna lay it on a page. Now the pages are blank, correct?
For the most part, yes. It had some writing on it that appeared initially when it didn't disappear, but are you
Flip
going
a
to
page where it's blank,
Okay.
lay it on there,
Lay the skin on there?
the skin on there,
Okay.
and tell it in my hellborn language to consume.
Okay. So Mystic Knight, as you're preparing what you're about to prepare, this macabre scene just unfolds in front of you. Your instrumentation it's. You remember the warning that I gave you before from the diagnostics. Now it's. If I were to do a very simplistic visual in your head, not of what you're seeing, but it's starting to redline.
Okay.
And you're starting to feel some of the effects.
Okay.
Not enough to have to make a Cypher version of a saving throw, but within 30 seconds you will.
All right. So, Diablo, I know you're enthused with the book, but don't you think that library would hold greater treasures? Because if we offer this up to Vesper, he has the ability and power in order to be able to get to that library that's elusive.
Do I
So-
hear that, Lewis?
Yeah,
While
you're
he's
hearing
talking-
it.
Yeah,
No,
you're
no.
not necessarily in a trance unless that's what you're telling me. So this
I'm
is
not in a trance, but right now I'm in.
No, he is hearing it.
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
no, no.
Focusing
Wait a
your
minute, wait a minute.
attention, you
No, no, no. You don't understand. The effect is making him hear it.
okay?
So he is hearing it.
Effect of what?
So
we'll get to that. So I
my
need for you to
I
understand.
don't I would suggest that we turn these things in and see what happens next. You know, favor goes a long way.
That voice is it's creeping into your subconscious, into your conscious thoughts. It's sort of interrupting your trance. It's almost as if there's some invasive thoughts coming into your brain with his voice. It's starting to break your concentration. What you see as he's doing that to the book, the page where he laid the flesh onto it, it's starting to it's the blood is just seeping into the page but not soaking through. And
Yeah, but I would think that I would have talked to him prior to him pulling the flesh off.
but you didn't indicate that. That's my point.
Well, I was waiting for you to finish with him.
That's
But I wasn't gonna let him go that
okay. No,
far.
hold on for a second, and that's fine. Here's how we can mitigate that for future reference.
Mhm.
Let him make the description, and because you're in proximity and you can interrupt, you can say at any point before he does that, or as he's doing that, as I see him doing that, I'm
Okay.
going to do this. That makes sense?
Well, the minute that he was carving, I was talking to him before he was starting that anyway. You know, because you already know what I was what I was doing. The
Yep.
minute that he had that look in his eye, I was already talking to him about that.
Okay.
To give up the book to Vesper.
All right. Give me a sec here, fellas.
And I sent you the text.
Mm-hmm.
Going through the steps.
All right. So that voice as you're the sequence would be you're starting to peel it, you're feeling the pleasure of that pain, but his voice is now a knowing voice is seeping into your brain somehow. It's unfamiliar, it's alien, it's invasive, it's not invasive, it's intrusive. It's invading that thought process.
Okay,
Where
I
you
am
can
gonna
hear
force
his,
my mana.
where you can
to
hear his
put-
voice.
I'm gonna force my mana to push it out.
Okay. So let's. Try this. I'm just looking something up real quick, so give me a sec here. So the way this is going to work is we're going to look at the relevant stat and determine what the difficulty is as opposed rolls. Now, and then you can assign your bonuses relevant to what we're talking about. So for both of you, it would be
Okay.
It would be intellect. All right. So Diablo's intellect is what? 20, right?
23.
23. So that would be an 11. right? Am I doing that right? No, not 11. Duh.
7.
7. Okay, that would be the base difficulty for you.
Mm-hmm.
So what, if anything, are you adding to that? Bear in mind, I will probably say yes or no to certain things. So let's start with what you're going to add to it. I'm assuming intelligence and your power shift magic.
Right.
No, I'm talking about Mystic Knight.
Yeah. It's in the text.
Be right
Oh,
back.
is it in Discord?
In your phone.
Oh, Jesus. Like 14 different devices. You're going to send it to my fucking phone.
It was what was handy at the moment.
All right, so the hacking is not going to work.
Well, that's part of the magic.
No, it's not going to work. Not in this case. You're not hacking. You're okay. So I understand. I kind of understand how you're doing that, or the idea
Lewis.
behind it. But
Lewis,
just give me a second.
wait a minute.
Hold on.
So I'm just letting you know, any task involving charm, persuasion, or deception is hindered. Automatically, my character cannot be charmed, persuaded, or hindered.
Well, not that it cannot. It's just hard to determine.
No, it can't.
Well, hindered
It's
doesn't.
not that it
inability-
can't. You
Hold
have.
hold
It's
on.
more difficult to charm
It just
you.
makes it more difficult.
That's all that hindered is. It adds a step to it.
All right,
Well,
I got you.
that's besides my intellect.
Where are you? Where's that under?
Right? He's asking you.
It's in my skills all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
It says you have a manner or aura that others find a bit unnerving. Inability. Any task involving charm, persuasion, deception is hindered.
You saying your special abilities or your skills?
Skill.
Okay. No. I don't know that that's right. Just give me a sec here. That may be a hindrance for you. I just want to make sure that I'm reading that correctly. So just give me a sec. All right. So essentially,
Meaning like if I was to do it to somebody else, it'd be
yes. Because of your nature.
So it's talking more like charm and impress kind of deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says you have a manner
Yeah,
or
all
an
right.
aura
Yeah, I
that
can
others
believe that.
find
All right.
a bit unnerving.
okay. I read it wrong. Shit happened.
Yeah. And considering half the shit you've been doing, that should be like a double negative.
Whoa. Really?
Damn.
Okay. So that won't apply. Now, I'll go back to this fucking text message that you sent me.
Hello.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
My bad. What happened?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Psycho still doing psycho things?
A little bit. 2, 3. You said 3 for effort.
Mm-hmm.
So
3
that mean-
steps. Because I have an edge of 2 and an effort for 2. So I'm using it enough to bring it down another 3 steps.
No, that's that. Wait, what? The edge.
I'm using my
edge-
effort to bring it down another 3 steps.
Right.
Being
Did
that
you
I have
raise?
an effort
Did you,
and an edge.
did you raise your effort?
Yes,
Okay.
last time I told you.
And you couldn't fucking fix it, right? Is that what it is?
Nope. There's a lot of
Lou,
stuff I
didn't
can
you
You're
say
the-
that
you're
the
the
only
only
way
one.
your effort goes up is if you go up in the tier? I remember we were talking about that before.
Hold on.
You can raise it up 1 by this tier.
Yeah,
in
so
your first
you
tier.
can't go
Make
past-
it to 2.
Yeah,
But then
so
you
if
can't
you're-
go past 2 until you go.
If you're
to 3.
tier 1, you can't go past 2. If you're tier 3, you can't go past 4.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Now, that being said, because you were confused on that, if you have enough XP, you can raise your effort in an.
I'm
if
gonna
you-
raise it.
if you choose.
Yes, I am.
And the
How much
reason
is
why
it?
I'm saying that is because this is an opposed role. You're in thematically, you're trying to do something, and he's taking you out of it. So you, in this,
How much is it? How much is it to raise it?
it's 4.
4.
In this particular case, and this is something for everybody. Spontaneous skills or abilities, depending on the circumstance, if you have the XP and you explain it correct, and you not correctly, but if you explain it, where in this moment I develop this ability as a branch of what I can do, or something related to what I can do, or you want to raise an effort because you really want to get something done or accomplish a task, then that's where you can spontaneously spend your XP. Totally okay with that, so long as it's within the rules where you are not expending it beyond the abilities that you have. So, that being said, I'm going to count this again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so go ahead and make your roll, Mystic Knight.
Sure.
Of course, I can't see it because. All right, so that's a 10. All right. So for you, Diablo, this is just going to be the experiment on how we're doing PvP type roles. So I apologize to everybody that this is taking a little bit longer because we haven't really done true PvP. And I try to avoid it, but this is a villains campaign, so whatever. Okay, so you did beat the difficulty, Mystic Knight. Now it's up to Diablo to your difficulty is going to be your intellect, your difficulty base, and then he'd have to beat your 10. He'd have to beat the difficulty number 1, and then he'd have to beat it by 9 points.
Okay.
9 points.
Don't the steps that I used to lower the difficulty for him count as steps against him also? But he also gets the counter with his bringing it down?
Yeah, I'm not trying
Okay.
to overly complicate it, and I don't. It's not. That's not how it is. So you lowered the difficulty. You beat the roll. The difference of that, he'd have to be. Number one, we're determining both your difficulty and his difficulty based on the stat.
Okay.
That's your base. You have to.
Well, mine is the 4.
That's what I'm saying. You have to beat that.
So there's a 12.
You have to beat that no matter what.
Okay.
And then he can lower the difficulty by adding whatever skills or relevant abilities, but he still have to beat it by the difference of what you beat his roll by.
Sure. Okay. So starting for me is a 4.
Okay, so there's 4 difficulty. So Diablo, what do you have to resist, if anything? You can.
I have edge.
Mm-hmm.
I do got an effort of a 2.
All right, that just means that you can spend. What is it?
3.
Yeah.
He could lower it by 3. But with all the expenditure of his pool, wouldn't he be like 0 by now?
Nope, because I recovered when I came to the apartment.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, I did. There's another thing you didn't listen to when I was over there. When I came to the apartment, first thing I said is I'm gonna do a recovery.
Yeah. He did.
Okay.
So what I gotta roll?
Okay, so how are you? What are you spending to lower the difficulty? And what are you using?
Like,
I'm looking at. Are you looking or?
no, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
I don't have anything else. I know it says like I got +2 for my,
So
plus
you
2,
have.
but that doesn't.
Well, you have the
tell me what I got.
intelligence. You have the intelligence power shift. That's 1. And then what else do you have?
Magic training.
I'm looking at your sheet myself, just out of curiosity.
I do got a shield up.
That's for physical attacks.
That's basically it.
Okay, so that means that you can, with the effort and your. Did you raise your edge as well?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I can't. You can't. You said I gotta go up a tier to raise my edge. It's the effort that I could raise up 1 more. not
Right.
the edge.
Okay. So that is what is it? 3? No, 2. So it's
4.
a total of 3. No, or
4.
4. Okay. So essentially, it's an automatic. It's not an automatic success, but you have to beat a 10 on the die roll. Because that's what he beat your roll by.
Nope. An 8.
Okay. So with that, you're just as you're peeling your skin off to put it on the book, you stop and you're looking at him and you're hearing him. So that is essentially an interrupt. His words are in your head. You're a little confused, so do me a favor, Mystic Knight, and repeat what you were saying, the way you said it. You don't have to be verbatim, just...
Okay. So, Diablo, don't you think it would be better off if
Louis,
we could...
death. I'm doing death.
No, you can't do anything right now.
If he's once he says, "Don't you think that we should
That's
give the
the-
book?" Once he
Right.
tells me
That's
about
the
the book,
That's the point.
You gotta let him
That's
finish.
that's the effect.
That's the effect.
no,
You
the
failed.
effect was you stopped me
No.
from what I was
the-
doing.
No, you don't know what I'm doing, Dwight. That's the effect.
Yeah,
You
so-
failed the roll, so now I'm going through the whole process.
Right. You have to let him go through the process.
Basically, what I did is I temporarily enthralled you. You're my slave now. That's what I did. Just so you can know. So,
Go ahead.
Diablo, don't you think that getting the bigger prize would be better? Getting access to the library would be greater?
Louis,
I suggest that you would turn that book to Vesper so we
Louis.
can use him to gain access.
Louis,
At which point, as
Wouldn't
I'm
the
saying
book-
that to him,
wouldn't
Just let him
wouldn't-
finish. Let him finish.
as I'm saying that to him, I'm using the artifact to connect with Vesper so he can listen to what I'm saying to Dwight as it comes as a suggestion from him to give Vesper the book. So he can open a door, hopefully, so we can walk through.
Okay.
Okay?
It makes sense in that moment. Not sure how, but he made some sense. Now, he didn't necessarily command you to stop. However, part of the effect, and because you failed the roll, it's as if he's talking you out of something that you thought you wanted to do, but now it's just making sense for the bigger prize. And that's what you have to play off of. So I'm going to move back to Crosshair. Crosshair, you get to you're at your
I know
spot.
you're
Adolfo,
excited.
if you were here, I will punch you in your motherfucking
You know
face,
you want
bro.
to punch me in the
I will
face,
punch
bro.
you in the
I know you
motherfucking
want
face.
to.
No, I hope your fat ass dies of a heart attack, bitch.
Oh my God.
All right, can y'all
I
shut the hell
want
up?
you.
Okay.
I said let's play heroes, but
Okay.
no. Okay.
All right. Okay. Here we go. So for Crosshair, when you get to your spot, and assuming it's rigged out, televisions come on as you pass your security protocols. All the news from every channel that you're watching, even the Cartoon Network is showing. No, I'm kidding. But all of the current news is local news anyway. Not the national news, but the local news is talking about Sal's attempted assassination.
Yeah, I wasn't
And
trying to
you
attempt
can-
out. I got a quick question for you,
Yeah.
Lou.
Go ahead.
I have Prodigy and Snipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
It costs me 2 speed points to use.
Mm-hmm.
And it says if I spend 1 action aiming, which I did,
Mm-hmm.
and the next round you make a precise ranged attack, which was the headshot.
Mm-hmm.
If your attack is successful, which I'm guessing it is, I rolled a 14, I don't know, and it inflicts 4 additional damage. So why would I hit him in his throat if I said I was aiming for his head?
You hit him in the
Using the phone
face.
to
You
ping
hit
him.
him in the face, and remember, he's not proportional to a normal human. And you did not have a line of sight. You guessed it. You guessed where he was positioned, based
No, I
on.
pinged him with the whatchamacallit. I
That's
pinged
what
him with my phone.
I understand that, but that's still a guess as to where his position is. The pinging of the phone doesn't necessarily tell you. The pinging of the phone doesn't give you height, doesn't give you angle, doesn't give you any of that. So you did hit, but you didn't do enough damage to kill, is what I'm saying.
So why would I run away if he's going to come out? I'm going to take another shot at him.
Well, I just assumed that you did. And if you didn't, then that would be a different story.
It's up to you now, James. What are you
I
gonna
only
do?
took 1
Recording
shot.
stopped.
I'm taking another shot at him.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
While he's holding his throat, I'm going to hit him in his temple.
He's not holding his throat. Okay. So you were across the street, correct? In the restaurant?
I was a couple of buildings away. Yeah.
Okay. So once you take your first shot and everything goes down about maybe 10 minutes, and some cars, more of Sal's cars come out. His people come out with their weapons drawn. There's news crews that had shown up. News had went quick, and within 15 minutes of the news crew, so all told, you're talking about maybe 20 minutes, and you can see Sal coming out, surrounded by his guys. Chilito comes out. He comes out behind him, and you're going to take another shot. When you
Yes, I'm taking 2 more speed points.
Okay, just give me a second. When you look through the scope, because we're changing the dynamic of the scene, and this is going to be for everybody, by the way, everyone that's watching. When you do that, he had stopped at the top of that staircase. Maybe like it's coming out of a building restaurant, so you're probably like 6 steps to the sidewalk to the street. And he had stopped, and because he was holding his shoulder, and he does one of these, and in that split second, it's almost as if he's looking at you through the scope. Now, you're a trained killer. I'm not saying that it shakes you, but that you've been around metahumans. You understand what this is. So he either knows something's about to happen, or he's searching for whoever did it. So you're going to take another shot. Please make a roll.
20.
Shut the fuck up, Adolfo.
Okay, man, fuck you. One.
I hope you get sent to Canada. I really do.
Ouch.
Ouch. That hurt.
That was mean.
Not as much as that. You sitting on that chair.
That was worse than the kick in the nads, man. Damn. I don't deserve that.
I kind of think you do.
All right, so I'm using snipe, 2 more speed points, aimed. +1 damage to 1 type of weapon attack.
Mm-hmm.
Device insight, find the floor. Can I use find the floor on them?
Now you can, yeah.
Okay, find the floor.
Does that add damage, or is it for an accuracy?
If an opponent has a straightforward weakness, takes extra damage from the fire. Can't see out of their left eye, and so on. There's examples given. The GM will tell you what it is.
All right. Well, the only flaw that you can see is that scar from his chin to his shoulder. That's it. But it didn't penetrate, is what I'm saying. It didn't penetrate anything. It didn't penetrate his face. It scarred his cheek from his mouth down to the base of his jaw and into his shoulder. So, the only real flaw that you can tell is that hole in his shoulder.
Oh.
Or the supposed hole in his shoulder.
Right. So I'm going for his eyeball. Let's go.
Okay. There's going to be a penalty for that, but go ahead. Make your roll. Wait.
What's the pen?
What are you adding to subtract to the roll? And I can tell you.
Let's see. Practicing armor, sniper, 2 speed points, 1 action, aiming to make a precise shot attack. Combat prowess, add +1 damage. Device insight, +3 intellect.
All I care about is what it is, what you're using to lower the difficulty, not anything else. Damage and stuff we can work that out afterwards.
Let's see.
This is Giovanna De Luca 2.0, correct? I want to make sure I'm on the right character sheet. I'm going to get rid of the other one.
Yeah. Without armor. Would my skill seen through deception help me?
No. No.
And I guess I really don't have anything else to lower it.
Okay, so you can lower it.
I mean, I have one effort.
How much XP you have? Because you can add.
I have 13 XP.
You can spend the 4 to raise your effort.
I spend 4 to raise my effort.
Okay.
That brings me down to a 9.
Got it. I just added it, so that just means that you can add 2. You can lower it by 2, but you have to spend 5. No, did I say that right? No, 4. Excuse me. Because it's 3. Right. Is it 3, 2, and 1, Adolfo? Or 3, 2? Yeah. Okay.
3 and then -1 to all the others.
Just 3.
All right, cool. I'll do it.
So it's 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. However many you do,
All right, so
and with the edge, it lowers it by 1. Oh no, yeah, the edge lowers it by 1, so it'd be 2, 2, 2, 2.
right, so it's 4. 4 on your
Mhm.
speed to lower it by an additional 2.
2.
So you're looking at 3. You're lowering the difficulty by 3. So go ahead and make your 20. Your 20-sided roll. We'll get faster at
happy
this
if I
as you
roll.
guys get more accustomed to it, and same for me.
Let's go natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Well, minor effect.
All right. So
Actually, that's plus 3 damage, plus 2, because it's an attack.
what's the damage of the round?
What
Depleted
type of
uranium.
weapon is it?
Wait,
No.
He
What
already-
type of
he
weapon
should-
is it? Is it medium, light,
It
heavy?
would be a sniper rifle, so that would be considered medium
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah,
or heavy.
heavy. All
Heavy.
right, so
Sniper
that
weapon
would be
heavy.
6 damage, plus the 2 extra from the 18. That's 8, plus the 4 from the
Snipe.
the snipe.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12, plus
Plus the one from combat prowess.
That's 13, plus the whatever it is that you're going to add on for the fine weakness,
Okay.
which with
Find the
that shot,
floor.
yeah, which with
Find the
that
floor
shot,
doesn't give me any extra damage. It just says if the opponent has a straightforward weakness, takes extra damage from fire, etc. The GM would tell me. He just told me it was like his throat, but I went for whatchamacallit,
You went
his
in for
eye.
his eye, so that doesn't apply.
no, I
So
mean
we're
with
looking-
that find a weakness, you could add damage to that, being that it has an 18. That could be the
But
effect.
there's no damage to add to it though. It just tells me
I'm
like
saying
where
it
to
would,
hit.
hello,
Mhm.
it would be the GM's call because of the find a weakness. You understand what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah, I
got such a
understand what
good
you're saying.
shot
That's
and you
why
found the weakness, he could actually make the judgment and go, you know what, I'll add an extra 2 damage to that. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but that's why I didn't press to find the floor whatchamacallit, because he told me it was from his throat.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, it's on you, GM. So we were looking at 14 so far.
14 so far. Okay.
14. With this shot, you probably hurt that fucker real bad.
Should have aimed for Sal. But anyway, I'll take what I can.
That's not nice. You're not a nice person.
I'm not a
honestly
nice person. This is fucking Game of Thrones in New York. What are you talking about? Sal killed my mother and father. I'm going to find out. He's next.
No, he didn't. He was trying to save them.
Yeah, okay.
I honestly thought you was gonna take the double shot, hit Sal and threw Sal to Chelito.
Nah, I would have to reposition myself.
Take
Chelito
care of
wasn't
2
gonna
birds
come
with
out.
1 stone.
Chelito wasn't gonna come out right behind Sal with his freaking goons. Sal have his goons. So
Okay.
Uh,
So let's see. So you take your steady aim. You can see him searching, and at that moment where his eye is perfectly lined up, you can see a spray, and he hits the ground. Everyone sees that on TV. People start scattering. Sal gets in his vehicle and they speed off. Cops have their guns out.
does this fucker get back up? You know what? I'll wait there for about 5 minutes to see what happens if he gets up.
Okay. There's a second where you could see his foot twitch, and then it's weird because it looks like his muscles are twitching. And you've seen that, when people die suddenly, their body spasms. So it's like,
Mhm.
could that be it? Could that be it? And then you're like, nope, that's not it. 'Cause now you can see him starting to his foot just breaks out of the shoe, and he's sits up. You can see the ruined mess of his eye, and his entire body it doesn't turn like the stone, but it has that texture. Uh, there were police that were coming towards him, and he just, in that moment, the one that's nearest to him just grabs him, and he grabs him with one hand and then punches right through his chest with the other, and then gets up in blinding speed and is using him as like he puts his arm through him, and he's starting to attack people, but the cop is still attached to his forearm.
Ouch.
So he's
Ew.
he's literally going berserk at this point.
He's not a mook.
Name characters. That's right. So now what? Because
I'll pop one more shot at him.
you can see people, you can hear people saying, I hear they're screaming, the shot came from up. I heard that. There's somebody shooting up there.
No, I got a suppressor on and silencer. You ain't hear no shot.
Okay.
I'm a sniper. I'm an assassin. I'm not gonna do that's schoolboy. That's schoolboy
I got
shit.
you. Just want to make sure that we're clear. All right, so you're gonna take another shot?
Yes.
Okay. Make your roll.
Same hole. Pause.
Oh, did he?
Oh, my
You
Lord.
too, Steve. Really?
So you have 7 from your pool left. So you're going to be down to 2.
Yep.
Okay, make your roll.
Natural 20.
Okay. So that second shot hits, but there's no arterial spray this time. And now, once it hits, it bounces. You almost see the bullet itself as it hits his face, and the force of it just collapses on itself. His head snaps back, and then at that point, he's looking in your direction, and immediately flips. He extends his arm, throws that unfortunate blue collar policeman off of him, and starts beelining in your direction.
All right. Time to move.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to Ethera.
I think there's some party poppers in my direction.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Claymore.
Okay. Alrighty, Ethera. So you're sitting at the bar, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, crosshair.
And people are like, oh shit! Do you see that?
When I see that,
Mm-hmm.
at that point, I take a sip of my beer.
He's like, yep, all the heat's off me now.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. So right though.
Okay.
Or is it?
Yeah, we'll find out. Because now I gotta go fight fucking somebody else now.
I'm gonna take a look at that footage that Yusef sent me again. They said they were tracking via the tablet, right? They said they were able to track the device.
Mm-hmm. No,
All
they
right.
they had a device that they somehow are tracking you with. Not one. He wasn't 100% sure.
I'll be back.
All right. I will finish this beer, then I will go to the bathroom, reverse my clothing, because they are reversible. They're made to be switched around. change how I look, braid my hair back, put my hood back up, and I will face through the back door.
Okay. Just as you're formulating that plan, you're looking at the tablet. You look up, and he's standing right there. He looks down on you. He looks down at you. He's wearing civilians, a hoodie. He has the hood up. He's like, "Mind if I take a seat?"
He who?
Northgard.
Well, you went through the effort of finding me. By all means.
It's like, so could you have been more fucking obvious? It's like, do you know how hard it is